60-year kicker adds the extra point. Yes, Monday leads into Sunday. Falcons walking down the field. Cousins 5 of 5 on the opening drive. London the touchdown. 7-0 Atlanta. Sunday Night Football is brought to you by Hyundai. There's joy in every journey. By Best Buy. Best Buy. Imagine that. Progressive, the right call to protect your home and car. And by Subway's $3 footlong dippers. Find the dip that hits. South Gwinnett hit the end zone a lot on homecoming. They beat Rockdale County, a little high school football in the area, 59-6. Maybe Rockdale County could have used Brady Jarrett, the star for the Falcons. That's his high school. Here's a kickoff. They're going to force to return, get the bounce to Nicole Hardman. As Pinion kicked it off, and Hardman's going to be shy of the 30, just past the 20, but a holding penalty is going to bring the Chiefs back even further.
During the return, holding, receiving team, number 54. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Right, Chris, take me back to the touchdown. What happened?
All right, Bijan Robinson is going to line up as a wide receiver on the outside, London on the inside, and then you've got a true cornerback who...
We'll go back there in a second. But it was a little confusion with the linebacker being out there with Bijan Robinson, and the secondary communication didn't work. So the Chiefs, after the penalty, take over at the 11, and Mahomes to work right away. Passes dropped. Nearly brought in by Rashee Rice, but he couldn't do it. All right, let's try it again.
Take two. Here we go. All right. Here's Bijan out here, London in here. But you've got a linebacker in Drew Tranquil and a young cornerback right there trying to signal to him, look, we're going to switch this off. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Tranquil's looking at, what are you talking about? I got my guy. So they end up, both of them, taking Bijan, coming back across the field, and a wide open receiver. Just a mistake in communication on the back end.
Second down from the 11. Mahomes rips it. It's caught by Xavier Worthy, the speedster, to the sideline, very close to that first down mark at the 21-yard line. Where the mark is, they've got it. First down for Kansas City. So the numbers for Mahomes last week: 151 yards, fewest passing yards in a game that he completed in his career. So the number is second lowest in his career, but for a game that he got to the end of, it was the lowest.
Time.
There's 261 yards from Mahomes coming in to this one. Again, it is Worthy. And Chris, they're using his speed on the edge, back-to-back snaps. That one picks up about 6.
Wouldn't you?
A lot.
I mean, we got to see him on opening night, a couple of touchdowns, just so explosive. It's unbelievable watching him play the game. And that speed element, obviously Tyreek Hill, you think back to those days, and now they're reincorporating some of that of the offense that they had to take out.
The running back is Carson Steele, the undrafted rookie, gets the start with Isaiah Pacheco out with the leg injury, and Steele takes it forward for the first down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and if you watch Carson Steele play, you'll be reminded a little bit of Isaiah Pacheco. He likes the power running. He's actually bigger, both the backs for Kansas City now. Samaje Perine as well, about 230 pounds. And so he adds very much a power element to this offense, and some great stories to our broadcast. So we're happy to have him out there too.
We got a lot of stuff to tell you about Carson. I had a chance to visit with him yesterday. Here's Travis Kelce, catch 5 of the year, only for a yard. Well played by D. Alford. Let's meet the Kansas City offense.
Patrick Mahomes II, Texas Tech.
Carson Steele, Ball State, UCLA.
Rashee Rice, SMU. Xavier Worthy, Texas.
Travis Kelce, Cleveland Heights, Ohio.
Noah Gray, Duke.
Wanya Morris, Tennessee and Oklahoma.
Joe Tooney, North Carolina State.
Creed Humphrey, Oklahoma.
Trey Smith, Tennessee.
Juwan Taylor, Florida.
Change up front at that left tackle position on second down. Mahomes completes it. A strike to Rashee Rice across midfield into Atlanta territory. And a first down at the 48-yard line. Pickup of 17.
Oh, I thought I was watching Travis Kelce on this route. This is a Kelce special right here. In and just sort of settle in the hole in the zone and sit down. There we go. Just there's the gap. All right, turn around. And he is now becoming that second possibility against zone defenses in those kinds of sequences.
The 48, Mahomes deep drop throw underneath for Juju Smith-Schuster. And it's incomplete against this Atlanta defense.
Zoe Carter, Georgia.
Grady Jarrett, Clemson.
David Oyemata, Lagos, Nigeria.
Matthew Judon, Grand Valley State.
Troy Anderson, Montana State.
Caden Ellis, Idaho.
AJ Terrell, Clemson.
Jesse Bates III, Wake Forest.
Justin Simmons, Boston College.
D. Alford, Tulsa.
Mike Hughes, UCF.
So Simmons added as a safety, Judon up front. They were both signed during training camp. Some big veteran additions to this team. Again, Mahomes looking to throw, going to take off instead, take a hard hit. But a yard shy of the first down. Troy Anderson, the linebacker, comes over with D. Alford to make the stop. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Good pickup that time by the Kansas City Chiefs. Their best pass rusher, Matthew Judon, was down inside, and it was going to be some kind of a stunt game in there. And yet, very methodically, two of the better offensive linemen in the league, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, no problem.
Left tackle is benched from the first 2 starts. Kingsley Suamataia is in as an extra offensive lineman, but Mahomes has taken time out here as there's a little bit of confusion with the Chiefs before this 3rd and 1. To the switch, Wanya Morris is now the starting left tackle. He played really the last drive and a bit of the 4th quarter in the game against Cincinnati last week. So Morris, who also caught a touchdown in that game, replaces Suamataia, who started the first 2 games.
And Morris probably, or at least possibly, would have been the starter on opening day, but for the fact that he hurt his knee in the last preseason game. So not totally unexpected. They made the change as soon as he felt better, and after they saw him dance after the touchdown last week, they knew the knee was fine.
He started 4 games at left tackle for Kansas City a year ago. And Andy Reid did say that both would play tonight. We see Suamataia, the 2nd-round pick out of BYU. Remaining in is the extra lineman on 3rd and short. Turn and hand. It is Steele. He is close to the first down. Going to get right to the 38-yard line. To Quan Graham is there on the stop for Atlanta. And the mark should, let's see, it's just shy of it. Mahomes is trying to negotiate with Trey Blake that it's a first down. In fact, it is not.
It's a heck of a tackle, wasn't it?
It was by Graham. So it's 4th and inches. Kansas City does not sneak the ball with Mahomes. They'll give it to Rice to the left side. Looks like he got past the line for the first down, even though Judon led a bunch of black shirts at the Falcons. Moving ahead, it's a first down picked up for Kansas City.
And a rough go out there. Juju Smith-Schuster was asked to block Matthew Judon, and that was too much for him. Judon able to come off, but Rice somehow got turned just enough for the first down.
He was sitting right on the 38-yard line. That spin of his body probably got it, although Raheem Morris begs to differ, and he's throwing the red challenge flag. So Atlanta will ask replay booth and NFL headquarters in New York to look at it.
The ruling on the field is that the runner made the line to gain. Atlanta's challenging that rule. Timeout.
We've gone right to the deep end here. Good energy right from the opening snap. Contentious a bit. Does he make the first down or not? We'll let you know after this. Tonight's SNF sites are provided by Nationwide. And this is a site that is going to be very important in people's lives here in Atlanta. This is the Arthur M. Blank Hospital. It opens next Sunday. 2 million square foot facility giving access to specialized pediatric health care for children and their families, made possible by a $200 million donation from the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation. There is the owner and chairman of the Falcons who will go into the team's Ring of Honor at halftime here tonight.
Yeah, he was Venmoing more money. Right.
His philanthropy is so well regarded around the league, and certainly here in the Atlanta area. That first down pass to Rashee Rice takes it to the 27-yard line as the second quarter begins with the Falcons on top, 7-0.
You know, Roger Goodell, the commissioner, was down on the field before the game, and I asked him, you know, tell me about Arthur Blank and what he's done for you, and he said he's just always the voice of reason. He is that guy in the middle that hears everything and helps.
Coaches this team in 2002. P. Ryan with the run inside. Samaje will be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line, be third and a long yard here for Kansas City on this second drive of the game.
But already, Mike, you begin to get a feel for what we were talking about in the opening on camera. This is a hard team to try and understand what they're doing on defense. They're a little mushy on the back end. They have two tremendous safeties, and so they're able to disguise, and it's not easy to just pick this thing apart.
Bates and Simmons, the two safeties, run it from the back. A little adjustment here on third and a yard. Mahomes to throw it. It's complete, and it's a first down for Kelsey. Gain of about 3, and here's Melissa.
Mike, we were watching Justin Simmons after he picked off Patrick Mahomes for the 6th time. He made sure to keep the ball, but he was not celebrating. He was immediately coaching up the young players, saying they do so much, referring to the Chiefs offense, saying you have to be decisive, telling Jesse Bates, you have to trust me. He told us yesterday, you are going to have opportunities against Mahomes. You have to execute and not get tired of executing.
He's got the knowledge, seeing him twice per season in the division in the West when he was with the Broncos. Steele running to the left, chased down by Caden Ellis. Then the rest of the Falcons, including Justin Simmons, comes over. Chris, when we're talking about these safeties in Simmons and Bates, both were second-team All-Pro safeties last year, so respected around the league, and now a combo.
Well, and you think about Atlanta's defense and what happened basically in August. They signed a great All-Pro in Justin Simmons and Matthew Judon, who ends at 15.5 sacks a couple of years ago.
Now quick to Rice, through some tackles. Rashee Rice shows that strong catch-and-run ability to get the first down at the 48-yard line. Pick up of a dozen.
You can just tell when you talk with Patrick Mahomes that he believes that Rashee Rice is something special. And the reason he does is because of this right here. People don't get him on the ground. You just have to find a way to get the ball in his hands after the catch, about as good as there is in this league.
The 48-yard line, inside run with P-Ron. It's a Falcon territory. That's a good gain of about 9 yards. You start thinking life without Isaiah Pacheco. So many powerful runs for Andy Reid's team the last couple of years. Who's going to fill that void?
Yeah, they're going to just take the same play against them here, this outside zone. And then really that play, as strange as it sounds, and I'll go back to Mike Shanahan and all the days where it began, but that play can go anywhere from the boundary all the way cut back, all the way across the field.
Well, Hardman in the game as they fake it to him, and it's P-Ron running inside to the 35-yard line. It's pretty nice when you have this option. Samaje P-Ron, who they brought in August as well during training camp. Man who had the most rushing yards in a FBS college football game, 427.
So they go from zone runs to duo double team runs inside. So they're mixing and matching this running game. But this interior three is just tremendous. Joe Tooney, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith. I call them the wall. When the wall starts moving forward, you have no choice but to go back.
Well, Rashee Rice right now for Kansas City as P-Ryan takes it to the right. Gain about 2 yards on that play.
The other part of this, Mike, is that Andy Reid at his core is an offensive lineman. That's what he is. And sometimes when things aren't going well, he'll go back to this. Let's start running the football. Let's establish a little physical nature up front. Let our big guys go to work, and that's what's happening this drive.
The 33, five-man rush. Ellis there late. Mahomes gets rid of it, incomplete, in the direction of P-Rod.
So here's one of the mysterious things about this Atlanta Falcons defense, and it's Caden Ellis. Watch the way that he loops around. I think it is. Right? Okay. Anyway, he is a pass rusher on top of what he does as a stand-up linebacker. He had 7 sacks with the Saints a couple of years ago. Came over here 4 there. They're going to use him a lot in those pass rush situations.
Rice back on the field, 3rd and 8. Mahomes, now the magic happens. He's rolling, he's throwing sideline. Of course it's complete. It's Justin Watson inside the 20 for a first down. Mark him right at the 20. It's a pickup of a dozen.
Okay, that is magical on the part of Mahomes. There are 3 people on that sideline. Watson's the one in the middle. But as Mahomes rolled out, did he step out? Nope.
Good.
And as he rolled out, he pump faked to the deep guy. He pump faked to the flat guy. One guy went deep. One guy came screaming up, and he hit the middle guy. That's what Patrick Mahomes does to defenses. He manipulates it. Fake the deep, fake the shallow. There he is, wide open.
Flag down, 2 of them, as a matter of fact, as P. Ryan inside is hit hard by Taquan Graham, 2nd time he's been involved here tonight.
Second really splashy play that we've seen from Graham tonight.
One flag came all the way in the back with the back judge, and 1 at the line of scrimmage.
There's 2 fouls during the play. Illegal formation. Offense, number 76 was covered after he reported as eligible. Holding, defense, number 95. Those penalties all set, first down.
The man who made the big hit, and Graham, guilty of the flag as well. So offset, and we'll do it again.
All right, on the line, declared eligible, can't do that. Speed guy.
First and 10, Mahomes looked Watson's way, comes back to the other side. Incomplete, intended for Carson Steele, and almost in harm's way when it went past the rookie running back.
Yeah, and that's one thing that for Patrick Mahomes, I'm sure he's going to miss a little bit of Pacheco and the ability to find that back out of the backfield, because so much of this offense, chip with the back, chip with the tight end, then get involved in the passing game.
Out quick to Rice. Juju Smith-Schuster out to block for him. He gets to the 13-yard line. Worthy, I beg your pardon. It's Xavier Worthy. The gain of 7 will set up 3rd and 3. Calling the shots on defense, Chris. It is Jimmy Lake, once the head coach at Washington, UW, in college football, and now back here in the NFL.
He also got a chance to play offensive coach with Sean McVay last year with the Rams, and he said, I may have grown more that year than any other year.
2 long drives by the Chiefs. First one was 17 plays, ended with a turnover. This is play 13 of this drive. And Mahomes throws, it's complete. It's raced to the end zone for the Kansas City touchdown. There is a flag down back by Mahomes. Discussion here with the officials.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 0. Result of the play is a touchdown. That penalty will be enforced on the try.
On Lorenzo Carter.
You're tuning in to the Real Two Goons TV.
End there. Meantime, the touchdown pass to Rice, 2nd of the season.
So good. It's the subtlety of the picks of this offense. The inside receiver goes in a straight line up the field, and Rashee Rice works off of it. And that's exactly how this team continues to win.
So another long drive. This time they cash in. Touchdown pass to the 2nd-year man from SMU. Used to be able to carry these penalties on a touchdown over to the kickoff attempt. With the new dynamic kickoff rule, you can't do that, so it becomes a shorter extra point for Butker, or you can choose to take it in close and go for 2 from short distance. But Andy Reid's going to take the 1 here with Butker. Kicking a couple miles away. Georgia Tech knocks it through. So Mahomes, after the pick, takes it back down the field. 13 plays, 79 yards. Rice to the end zone. All even, 7 apiece with KC and Atlanta.
new lieutenant.
I've not given up. I'm just getting started.
Law and Order Thursday, new October 3rd on NBC and Peacock.
Coming up, Toyota halftime, Saquon shredded the Saints as the Eagles bounced back, and Lamar and Derrick Henry ran all over the Cowboys down in Dallas. Mike?
Thanks, Maria. We'll see Baltimore next week. Seeing Atlanta tonight, you're seeing some of the members of the Ring of Honor for the Atlanta Falcons. They'll help welcome Arthur Blank into that Ring of Honor at halftime, and Matt Ryan goes in a couple of weeks on a Thursday night. 2nd and 8. Cousins hit from behind as that ball comes out. No whistle yet. It is kicked out of bounds by Bijan Robinson. Felix Uzama came off the edge and hit Cousins from behind.
10-14, Falcons on top.
Of the football. They're at the
Falcons
sideline.
with the ball.
First have to go back and determine, was it a forward pass or was it a fumble? As you put the whole thing together, and then as I mentioned, the kick on the sideline with the ball by Robinson to avoid the Chiefs from recovering is the reason for the flag. But first, the determination on the ball coming out. And we have 4 officials discussing that right at the spot where the kick happened.
It looked pretty obvious that he did it on purpose, but who knows?
And bringing Terry McCauley. Terry, the definitions here regarding kicking the ball for a player like Robinson in that situation.
Yes, intentionally striking the ball with the leg is illegally kicking, which he obviously did.
The ruling on the field is a fumble. During the play, illegally kicking the ball, offense, number 7. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, 2nd down.
And that ruling on the field of the pass as well is a fumble, not an incompletion.
Here's Nick Bolton, so he's going to fake. And then you're going to come in like this and end up with the free rusher off the other edge. And so when Tranquil came inside, there was nobody left there to block Uzama. And so he came completely free. Nice job of team defense getting a free rusher and that sack fumble.
Yeah, Cousins was loaded and ready to throw. And then Felix, the 1st-round pick from last year, who they really want to see develop as an edge rusher, comes across to get it. Now Andy Reid's coming over to have a conversation about should it be 3rd down, because the play was 2nd down. It's also the conversation about a potential 10-second runoff with that foul in the last 2 minutes. Very rare that you get the kicking foul. And so everybody's going through to make sure they've got this properly adjudicated.
Well, it's interesting. Does Andy want the 10-second runoff or not? Because he may get this ball back here.
Kansas City has chosen to decline the 10-second runoff. The clock will start on the snap.
Agree with that decision, too. Now you just have to make a stop.
And the down markers now say 3rd down, and that's what Andy Reid was primarily concerned with, because that should have added a loss of down on that foul. And that was not mentioned in the announcement, but that does carry a loss of down. So even though not in the penalty announcement, it is correct on the down markers on the field. This is 3rd and 18. From the truth, Cousins treble with the snap, and somehow Robinson is there to pick it up and save the day. Gets to the 27. Kansas City timeout with 1:45 to go. How about those couple of plays? Jeez.
All right, remember we've got the news center in there with Newsel, and I have never seen this. You know, it's unbelievable as much football as we watch. I have never seen a fumbled handoff that would look almost like an executed play.
Worked out well, right?
Things are getting crazy around here tonight, Mike. I'm just telling you, there's something going on in the atmosphere around here.
It's the first night of fall. That's what it is. And that might go down as a pass, actually. It's a muffed backward pass is what that becomes.
What is that?
Forward. It's just not pretty. It's not what it is.
I've never heard of that either.
There you go. See, it's what we're here for. It is being scored a run for the moment. In any case, it's 4th down. Bradley Pinion will punt, but Cole Hartman standing back at the 25-yard line. Kansas City with a timeout in a minute 46. Great chance to do something here. Not a good kick from Pinion. Hartman backed away. And it's going to be down at the 34-yard line by the Falcons. So 97 seconds at a timeout for Mahomes. Wait, the Olympics here? Do I have to throw in Dan Hicks and Rowdy Gaines? Is there swimming coming? No, we're back in the home of the 96 Olympics in Atlanta.
Golf Channel and Peacock.
College football, got a Peacock exclusive for you. Number 3 Ohio State taking on Kirk Cousins on Michigan State. That's Saturday, 7:30 Eastern, only on Peacock. Big weekend of college football on NBC and Peacock. College Football Hall of Fame here in Atlanta. All those helmets displayed. One timeout, 97 seconds for Kansas City. Taking over from their own 34. Mahomes gets that one complete to Pirine for about 5 to the 39-yard line. Troy Anderson, the tackle.
Plenty of time. They're hustling, but time should not be a factor on this drive.
Four-man rush gets to Mahomes. He tried to get rid of it. Pass was incomplete. Arnold Ebiketie getting there. Mahomes able to spin and throw the incompletion to avoid the sack.
And I think there was a receiver close enough, right? Even though it didn't cross the line of scrimmage, Pirine's out there, and it's a heck of a play by Mahomes. All those extra workouts he does, how does he not go down there?
And Wanye Morris, who's the starting left tackle in this game, got beat there by the third-year man out of Penn State, Ebiketie. 3rd and 5.
Falcons up in the 6-man look. We'll see if they bring the pressure or not.
Here they come. Mahomes throws the crosser through the hands of Rice and nearly intercepted by Jesse Bates, lurking behind. So Kansas City got it back. Good field position for a 2-minute drive, but they go 3 and out.
Jesse Bates, who made the game-winning interception a week ago and just could not hang on to that one. They've had, I guess, now 10 interceptions with tonight. And he's had 7 since he's been here in Atlanta. He is the interceptor.
Matt Ariza, first punch of the night. Avery Williams back to receive. Bad kick from Ariza. takes it on the bounce at the 20. Looking for space, goes forward to the 30. Falcons will take over there. 2 timeouts, 59 seconds left. They're pushing, they're shoving. Everybody's going to their sideline. We're coming back in 30 seconds to Atlanta.
Worst call in the history of this sport. He should never be allowed to ref a...
I tell you, honey, how much I love you, love you, love you, love you. I believe.
So we head to this final minute, 59 seconds. Falcons taking over their own 30. It's been a quiet night. It's been a quiet first 10 quarters of the season for Travis Kelce. 6 catches on the year. And movement up front. And Chris, I was about to ask you if 2 backup offensive linemen in here for Atlanta in this final minute.
False start, offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's one of them, Storm Norton. So how does that impact what you're going to try to do here?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, there's no way it doesn't. We've already seen in some of the complexities of Spagnuolo's defense, right? We already saw that once. They fake a blitz inside, fake a blitz outside, come off the edge. And so that's when it gets frightening because they haven't worked together.
First and 15. Cousins throws inside. London with the catch. Spin for 8. Drake lost his helmet. Pop that back on. Clock continues to run.
And Chris Jones basically gets to pick where he wants to work. And right now he's working against the left guard, Matthew Bergeron.
Some help on the double team. Cousins' arm hit as he threw. And the floater's picked off by Jamari Connor, who pitches it back to Watson, who goes out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. And the Chiefs have the turnover. Tershawn Tank Wharton at the pressure inside. And the duck was pulled in for the interception by Connor.
They're not going to be able to play in the pocket like this much longer. This offensive line simply has been no match to some of the penetration and the pressure from the Kansas City Chiefs. Where they've had success has been outside and bootlegs and move them around a little bit. But right now, for Kirk Cousins, he's looking for answers.
Connor handed it. Jalen Watson returned it to the 34-yard line. That's where Mahomes takes over with 32 seconds left. Out to Piron. Samaje Piron through the tackles. Finally brought down by Troy Anderson. Timeout KC. They'll take their last one with 23 seconds left here in the first half.
All right, let's take a look at our next gen stats powered by AWS, and it has been Rashee Rice who has been making play after play his entire career, really. But this season in particular, 7 so far this year. Yards after the catch, he's been spectacular. Only CD Lamb has more since he came in the league as a rookie a season ago.
You said it before, while Kelce's quiet, he's in that role of just finding space, and he's really getting on the same page. Every time that Travis and Patrick are talking about stuff, Rice is over there listening.
And it's a little bizarre how uninvolved Travis Kelce has been this season.
2nd and 2. 5 in the pattern from Mahomes. Off the spot, looking to create. Luffs it up to the end zone for Juju. Nothing going. D. Alford on the coverage. 15 seconds left.
Great job. Once again, Judon's going to come looping back inside on the right side as soon as Mahomes felt that. Scrambles out. But in a rare moment, Kelce and Mahomes not on the same page there.
P-Ryan on the field late. 3rd and 2. Play clock running down. No timeouts. Man rush. Mahomes fire is incomplete. Everything was covered. He just got rid of it there. So this Atlanta defense really given a short field to defend, able to do it, force a Butker field goal attempt.
Yeah, let's give some credit to Jimmy Lake and this defense of the Atlanta Falcons. That's a tough spot to be put in, and they have just answered the call all night long against clearly one of the best players that's ever played this game.
This one from 44. The hold of Verizon, good pressure off the edge by the Falcons, but Butker converts on the field goal. 6 for 6 on the season, 1-point game as we get close to halftime. It's the start of the season, right? So you're still trying to figure teams out. Look at what we saw today. All these teams we were sure were not very good, they win games, right?
Yeah,
exactly, right? So you're just trying to get a sense. But Atlanta, I feel like as we watched them play on Monday night, they were getting this thing figured out. Because of their new pieces and Cousins coming off the Achilles, maybe their build is a little bit slower, but they've got a tough schedule, so they don't have a lot of time to waste here.
And they have big issues right now. They have 2 offensive linemen that, at least for now, are going to be out for the second half. And I think we've already seen that they are not going to be capable of just playing a traditional drop-back game here. So you're going to see, I think you have to see some play action, some bootlegs, get the ball out of Cousins' hands, because you certainly can't get him hurt out here. And it's a difficult situation. This is an intricate offense, a lot of details to it. And when you throw in 2 new offensive linemen, that's tough.
I'm going to ask you about Kansas City in a second.
Okay.
Let you prepare for that. Nice to telegraph it to you. Touchback here. Atlanta will take a knee from the 30-yard line. So the quarterback comparison here. 27 throws for Mahomes for 128 yards. 1 touchdown, the 1 pick. The sack on Cousins, 8 of 11. Got off to the good start, did Kirk, on that opening drive, 5 of 5. So where do you see Kansas City's offense without Pacheco here through a first half?
Well, I mean, obviously they're throwing the ball 27 times. That's a lot in the first half. So they don't have that physical, tough element that they're used to. And I'm just flabbergasted. I mean, 1 game, big deal. 2 games, all right. It's the 3rd game now where we have not seen the magic of Mahomes and Kelsey, and I can't really explain that one.
10 quarters played, 6 receptions. Down to Melissa.
Raheem, a momentum swing with that interception. What's your message to the team after that one?
You know, it was a good job by our defense. We can't put ourselves in that situation again. We can't do that definitely
14-13 at the half, Falcons.
We got to find a way not to make those kind of mistakes. Our defense bailed us out right there, only giving up 3. That's a good job by those guys. I love those guys up, and we'll get that corrected on offense.
We saw 2 offensive linemen get injured in the second quarter. How does that change what you can do offensively in the second half?
You know, we don't blink, man. We got the next man up mentality, and these are guys go out there for us and get ready to deal. Obviously, you got to pay more attention to Chris Jones. He's always going to be a factor, particularly when you got an offensive lineman in there that are not supposed to be.
Thanks, Raheem.
No problem. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Melissa. Raheem Morris and the Falcons lead by 1. KC gets the ball to start the 3rd. Toyota halftime now, and here's Maria.
Thanks, Mike. Derrick Henry and the Ravens' run game bruised the Cowboys down in Dallas. And speaking of bruises, the Chargers may have a few. The Steelers stayed perfect after their defense overwhelmed them. And the Niners dropped to 1-2 after they blew a big lead at the Rams. Toyota halftime is next. Yeah.
Want more stats? Just ask Siri. Who leads the league in rushing touchdowns?
How long have you been burned through cases running?
I'm police. I'm doing my job. Let's hit it, team. There's going to be changes around the firehouse.
There's something about the new chief. It's a little off.
We need to rethink how this ED operates.
How old are you?
How old are you?
You almost died in that basement.
But I didn't die. I'm still here. Chicago Wednesday. New on NBC and Peacock.
Society fears.
We got a good game. 14-13 Falcons.
What you're feeling is very real. Too many doctors treat symptoms, not people. I don't think this man is in a coma. He's in there. The key is to connect. If you can hear me, Look up. Okay.
Brilliant Minds, tomorrow on NBC and Peacock.
Welcome to the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
Watch me. Jones fires it into the end zone. Touchdown, Neighbors. Malik Neighbors' neighborhood is a wonderful place to be.
Yes, it is.
Barkley. He's going to go.
Oh, turn out the lights on the Saints.
55 yards from Fields.
Oh, that Weeder, that had Nelly Blueberry Pie, baby.
Got on the block. Flips it on the hook and ladder to the end zone. Jameer Gibbs.
That was an absolute laser beam that Sam Darnold delivered.
And it's a party at SoFi Stadium. The train is rolling, and the King scores again.
Wrapping up a great Sunday fun day. Maria, Devin, Jason here with you. And let's stick with the Ravens. They got their first win this week, but they did it in an interesting way. They decided to run it on 45 of their 60 offensive plays. What does that say about the way they chose to run this game?
I don't know. Jason would know better than me as a head coach, but that gave me the vibe of Saturday. Harbaugh sitting in the meeting saying, they're soft. We're going to run the ball. 15 throws, and that's it. You ran the ball 45 times. That was a message to Dallas.
Yeah, no doubt. And the Ravens said, hey, let's juggle up our offensive line. Let's go down there, and let's go be who we are, who we've been since the start of this franchise. Dallas is the worst in the National Football League defending the run. They ran it 3/4 of the time in the game. When Lamar Jackson's a complimentary player, you're awfully good on offense.
The interesting thing is this the Ravens' identity? Can we see this again? Or was it more of Dallas just being that bad against the run and them saying, we're going to run because they're bad? Or is this the future of what Baltimore looks like?
I think it's a combination. Dallas has to address the issue. They're not going to win a lot of games. But the Ravens played their best when they play to that defense and run the football.
Thanks for pulling up on the screen.
21-1 against the NFC, so something he's proven capable of doing. But the question's whether or not the Dallas Cowboys can get right and get it fixed. Meanwhile, Malik Willis, he had to play against his old team, Chris Sims, and he made his own statement.
He definitely did. A little feel-good story, a little payback, right? Oh, no, what are the Packers going to do without Jordan Love? Well, GM Brian Gutekunst made a big move a month ago, trading for Malik Willis. He fits the offense. They throw the ball down the field. He's got a big-time arm. We know that. You see here, big throw to Christian Watson. 13 completions on the day for over 200 yards, and then they ran the ball at will on the Tennessee Titans defense, and Malik Willis had over 70 yards rushing. Great job by him. He looked fantastic. Way to go, Green Bay. Back to you, Maria.
Appreciate it. How about the first quarterback with 300 yards and 3 passing touchdowns?
I felt bad.
Andy Dalton.
We didn't know Andy Dalton was going to get a guy. Look, Jason Garrett's so excited right now.
I know.
Redheads stand up everywhere.
All right, coming up, we'll go inside the Rams locker room after their comeback over the Niners. But first, sign up now at toyota.com/NFL for a chance to win prizes if both teams score a touchdown in the second half. Joshua Carty, the 6th-round rookie out of Stanford, gets the game ball after kicking that game-winning field goal. But if you're the San Francisco 49ers, what are you thinking dropping this one, Jason?
It was bad. They had it in control. Love what the Rams did, though. Sean McVay was patient. Matthew Stafford was patient. They just kept plugging away. They got a couple breaks at the end with the Niners missing the field goal, but they took advantage of it.
Sometimes that's the difference of having your guys closing out a game, and that's what San Fran couldn't do today.
Yeah, no Christian McCaffrey, no Debo Samuel.
That makes a difference.
It does. No Puka Nacua, no Cooper Kupp, but they had Joshua Carty, and they get the win. All right, we'll see if the Dirty Birds can pull off the upset at home. They're back on Sunday Night Football. Kyle Pitts wants it. Kirk Cousins wants it. Bijan Robinson wants it.
We know you're excited. We get it. We hear it, Maria. We hear it.
Dirty Birds.
This has been the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
Because you're mine.
20 years after I freed myself.
I found him, and I kept him prisoner, and today he escaped.
Because you're mine. I walk the line.
Hello, Gabrielle. I have access to everyone you love.
I'm coming for you, and I'll find you. I promise.
I'll be waiting.
I walk the line.
We will enforce the law with compassion and integrity.
Good to be back in the game.
I'm your new lieutenant. I don't need you to like me. I need you to listen to me.
I don't get to choose who the law applies to.
Nobody needs to die today.
He killed him for political reasons.
We got him.
It is an imperfect process, but it's the best one there is.
Law and Order, new October 3rd on NBC and Peacock.
Tonight's first half replay is presented by Progressive.
Welcome to Atlanta. The roof is open in Atlanta, Georgia. It's KC in the ATL. It's Sunday Night Football for the first time in 5 years.
I always expect fireworks.
A start for Atlanta. Mahomes is intercepted. Mahomes raced to the end zone.
Making a statement early against the champ.
Does your coverage need a replay? See if you can save with Progressive.
The 1-1 Falcons lead by 1 over the 2-0 Chiefs. Third quarter set to begin here in Atlanta. The numbers from the first half breaking down with next-gen stats. The short throws, Mahomes has done the most damage. The longer throws, over 10 yards in the air, has been better for Kirk Cousins thus far tonight. Watch that trend in the second half. Justin Simmons intercepting Patrick Mahomes. 6th time in his career. It's the most by one active player against another in the league right now. Rashee Rice has been the receiving star for Kansas City. Targeted 9 times. He's got 7 for 62 and the lone Kansas City touchdown.
Part of the math, getting us to 14-13 here tonight. Chiefs going to get the ball to start the second half, but before that, halftime here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Arthur Blank bought this team in 2002, honored by his entrance into the Ring of Honor, Samuel L. Jackson, the MC for the ceremony to honor Mr. Blank, and Warwick Dunn, great running back, was also in that Ring of Honor. There to slip the jacket on and unveil the name. Be up here now at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, 13th member of the Falcons Ring of Honor. Born in Queens, New York, Stuyvesant High School in the New York City area, and co-founder of the Home Depot.
And the owner of this franchise, the MLS team, businessman, Arthur Blank honored here tonight. Touchback Chiefs will start at the 30 with their offense, and including Travis Kelce, Chris.
Travis Kelce, 2 catches for 4 yards. What the heck is going on around here? There have been a couple of plays. Get him the ball. Okay, that's a good start. Now a great move here by Kelce. Wide open, doesn't get the ball. Working one-on-one against Jesse Bates. The next couple of plays, though, when there was some man coverage, Jesse Bates had him covered really well. So a lot of attention being paid out there to Travis Kelce, including his quarterback now, Patrick Mahomes, who always, you got to get that guy the ball. There you go, first play.
They knew it, we knew it. Gain of 9 there. Here's Melissa.
Yes, they did. I spoke to Chiefs head coach Andy Reid right after their field goal at the end of the half. He said, we have to score touchdowns against these guys. He said, we have to get Travis Kelce more involved, and we are going to keep trying. You saw it there. As for the running backs, without the injured Isaiah Pacheco, he said, yeah, they're doing well. They're running hard. One note for the Falcons, both offensive linemen, Caleb McGarry, Drew Dahlman, they have both been downgraded out for the rest of the game.
Pressure coming on the edge to Rice. Good spin move through the Judon tackle. First down to the 47-yard line. So Rashee Rice continues to do it after the catch here.
I mean, he has been doing this spin move all night, but he has he's like trying to tackle a triangle or something. There's something always on the ground, and he's able to just maintain. He's just a big, strong, powerful guy that finishes plays.
The 47, Steele gets 6 carries in the first half into the waiting arms of Judon. 41-yard line, could pick up on first down. Half a dozen yards.
Playing well, and Travis Kelce, I'm sure, is beginning to wonder, you know, exactly what is going on, because this is game 3 here. My guess is that they're just going to feed him the balls, because I've seen it too many times where he starts catching passes and everything in the offense just starts clicking.
Mahomes slides it underneath right after Kelce ran straight. Rice cuts underneath and gets the first down at the 36-yard line. So that's always the question, Chris. You take away a star guy, but can he still have an impact on the game, because it makes it easier for the other ones?
Well, you saw it right there, because Kelce ran a crossing route over the middle, and then right behind him is Rice coming in there and for some open space. There's a gravitational pull that goes with Travis Kelce. There really is. There are people that get sucked into his orbit somehow.
Here's Mahomes, some time here. He rips it across to that man. Kelce to the 18-yard line, first down.
Yeah, sometimes he's a planet, sometimes he's an asteroid. That time he shot across the middle there and was able to come up with a big play, just working one-on-one, this time down the field against Mike Hughes. And anytime you can take a tight end and deliver a shot like that with an open tight end against a corner, pretty impressive. Here they go. This looks like the Chiefs again.
9 and 18 to Kelce, opens it up for Carson Steele, running hard. And when we talked to the Chiefs about the undrafted rookie, they said, you know, you're going to see some things that remind you of Pacheco. He's not Pacheco, but some running style that reminds you of that.
Yeah, and it's kind of straight line stuff, which is what you need behind Mahomes. Like, you're going to get all the finesse in the world, right? We're going to see all the great plays and movement and motions and all that. Every once in a while, you just need to go bam and run right down the middle of the defense.
Second and short, right back to Steele. There's your bam to the 3. First and goal, Kansas City. Pretty impressive out of the locker room to start this second half.
Yeah, that was bam, bam. 2 in a row right down at This is the same thing they did last week, Mike.
Yep.
Exact same thing. They came out in the second half. Andy Reid, the offensive lineman that he is, went in there and said, all right, guys, forget about it. We're going to get the ball to Kelsey, and we're going to run it right down the middle. And what have they done? Taking it right down the field.
Fun time. Mahomes in motion. Direct snap to Steele. For a yard and change. It is never dull with Kansas City. They always keep you guessing.
And then I guarantee you they have like 5 plays off of that, right? So that's step one. And then at some point they'll do it again. But when you have a 230-pound back catching the ball and just running straight ahead behind those 3 guys inside, it's tough.
And now Leo Chanel, the starting linebacker, comes in the backfield. He was a terrific running back in his high school days in Wisconsin. Leading the way, but nowhere to go inside for Steele. David Onyemata led the charge on the defensive front. He's going to set up 3rd and goal here.
It is interesting. Leo Chanel is a guy that they say pound for pound is the strongest guy on this team. He comes out now because this really turns into a passing situation. And now you have to keep your eye on Kelsey and Rice.
Mahomes scrambling away from Judon. Judon's got an arm on him. And he throws it out the back, incomplete. Matthew Judon sprinting over there with Patrick Mahomes. Got an arm on him. Mahomes didn't have time. Judon shaking up on the play. Field goal attempt coming.
But Judon is that guy, right? He is the guy that this defense has been missing for almost a decade. A consistent pass rushing pressure that has the athleticism to run down Mahomes when everything's on the line. And once again, despite the fact that this drive did not go well for the Atlanta Falcons, they stand up in the red zone and they're staying in the game.
Butker's 3rd field goal attempt gives Kansas City the lead. Well, they walk down the field but can't punch it in. Kirk Cousins take the field down 2 as KC is on top.
points as well.
Mahomes retreats across. It's Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Kansas City. Great call, Chris. Juju Smith-Schuster back with this team. Has a great knowledge of all those routes. Gets it in the end zone, and the Chiefs lead by 8.
It really is something because Rashee Rice basically had taken over the role of Juju Smith-Schuster, and yet we have seen him so many times. Again, you see the little pick play down the field. I think it was Justin Watson who just got in front of the safety enough to make him stagger his feet a little bit. Touchdown, Chiefs.
It was Butker. Going. Harrison Butker did not miss an extra point at all last year.
Missed extra point, so it's 22-14.
So it remains a one-possession game at 22-14.
I love Dorrance. That's great. And the flag at the top, Mike, looks like what? Tell them what that looks like. The flag's outside.
Flag football.
Yes.
It's flag football.
That's so cool. Now give them your speech. Give them your speech.
I'll tell them the deal. So all the high schools in Georgia, there's a display out back behind our booth where they have every helmet of every high school that plays football here in Georgia. And now the flag football is a varsity sport in a lot of places here in the state. They have flags for every school that plays flag football at the varsity level here. So good on them.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
And we are seeing women more and more really enjoying the game of football, and that's cool to see.
Growing around the country, you saw Pennsylvania, where it's going to become a varsity sport, many more high schools. So Butker, this is the extra point. It remains a one-score game at 22-14. This kickoff will be returned. Ray McLeod here to take it back, and Ray gives him a good return, but a flag comes down late. At the 33-yard line, Falcons think they have it, but a team that's desperate for something good to happen.
During the return, illegal block in the back, return team number 85. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Sees Ross Dwelly pick up that penalty. It'll back him up. Chris, when you look at the Falcons offensively, they scored the touchdown to take a 14-7 lead midway through the second quarter after that long 50-yard pass downfield. Bijan Robinson ran it in. Since then, they don't have a first down. They've been stymied here. They've lost their way offensively.
Well, and the problem is their core play, that outside zone, just has not been working as well. And the plays that have been working have been down the field, and they don't have the protection they once had.
A pump and a throw toward Darnell Mooney, who's got it. Mooney to the 27-yard line. So all this conversation, Chris, of working in the pistol in the first game, that goes back to what they really could do in the OTAs when Kirk Cousins couldn't move around. Is there anything they can do out of that can replace some of the stuff they don't have access to right now?
Well, I don't think Kirk Cousins wants that anymore. His bread and butter is really the play action and the bootleg game, and that's where they've created some of their big plays here tonight.
Robinson inside, met by Bolton. Nick Bolton comes up with a tackle for loss.
Yeah, and Nick Bolton has just been a headache tonight for the Atlanta Falcons, and here he is. He's just been splitting the gaps all night long and basically been wherever it is the running back wants to run. And I thought the same thing about him when he was in college. When I watched him, I go, I don't know anything about this guy, but I know he's really smart, and that's carried over.
Likely final play of the quarter. It is Bijan Robinson. Good, powerful run by Robinson as the ball comes out at the end. They rule him down at the 41-yard line. The official coming in from the top of your screen ruled him down initially. Let's look here. As he is hit.
Of the third quarter.
Comes out as he hits the ground after the hit. They mark him down at the 41. And that will bring, he still has that secure in the crease in the elbow. The third quarter to an end. Kansas City scores 9 in that quarter and leads 22-14. And Sunday Night Football continues from Atlanta after these messages.
All right, let's
Let's run that again.
Geico has fast, fair claims 24/7 right on the Geico app.
To file a claim, just tap.
Just tap right here to upload pictures, customer.
Try getting on a first-name basis.
Sure. Vicky.
To track your status, just click. Super easy.
They're connecting with the mannequins.
You're doing great, everyone.
Together, let's drive.
Zach Robinson was a quarterback at Oklahoma State, drafted by the Patriots, and his first time as an offensive coordinator. And in between some of all that stuff, he worked at Pro Football Focus as well.
He sure did, and he was a tremendous asset. We learned more from him than he did from us. But I tell you, this thing tonight has gone from checkers to chess to a Rubik's Cube. This is difficult now, trying to figure out exactly how do you block Chris Jones and company and still get something big going down the field.
Without two starting offensive linemen injured in the game, Jones reaches for his helmet as that pass is by Ray McLeod and incomplete. You saw the helmet was coming off of Jones, and the flag is thrown right in that spot.
No question about it, Chris Lindstrom is going to get his hand underneath the face mask.
Illegal hands to the face. Offense, number 77. Penalty is 10 yards. Second down. Also includes loss of distance. Loss of down.
Should have been on 63, Lindstrom.
This is to the goal.
Yeah, it should be half the distance to the goal, not a loss of down penalty. Hands in the face. They got that right. Ball's marked at the 5-yard line, just outside the 5.
Yeah, what's really hard, Mike, is that outside zone play just stopped working. And so now they're having to go shotgun. Now they're teeing off with the pass rushers, and they're just not equipped right now to get these guys blocked.
First and 15, trying to run and get some space with Tyler Algier. We'll get across the 15-yard line. It'll set up second about 6 or so. So it's better than it looked after that initial penalty as Bijan Robinson awaits.
Go right to the line of scrimmage, see if they can trap this bunch on the field.
They do. It's Algier into the secondary at the 28-yard line for the first down.
One of the things they wanted to try to get done in this game tonight is to try and go right at Chris Jones and just wear him down so that he's not as much of a factor as a pass rusher.
Algier for the third time for a couple of yards to the 30. Problem is they've only run 38 plays. Gets harder to wear him down when you don't have the ball.
Well, and the bigger problem is their bread and butter play hasn't worked great. Steve Spagnuolo and his defense, you know, people have run outside zone at this defense, you know, a lot of different times, and they have really good players sitting on the outside. Karlaftis on one side, and they've got Leo Chanel on the other side, and it's tough to get to that edge, and they have not been able to cut back either.
Robinson back in. This throw complete for the first down to Pitts. So Kyle Pitts, who had the big play for this offense, a 50-yarder in the first half. First down there.
Yeah, and let's talk about what they've done with Kyle Pitts. They put him back in line, and when you put a tight end on the end of the line of scrimmage, sometimes the matchups you get are better than when you put him out there as like a wing, because then you might end up with a strong safety. When they're inside like that, sometimes you get linebackers, and it's a better matchup. They're taking advantage of it.
Daryl Hodge, the receiver, in the game. Robinson running inside, getting as much as he can on the dive. He's past the 41-yard line as we approach 9 minutes left here in a 5-point game.
So the one thing about this group is when the play takes off, you'll see these linemen just move square and keep their chest painted forward when they're making those plays, and because of that, it's a wider defense that's harder to find those gaps in those cutback lanes.
7, Cousins to London. First down, almost lost the football, but Drake hangs on at the 46. It's a gain of 14, and the Falcons on the move, and one of the Chiefs is down.
Tranquil gets just a free shot on Cousins coming around the side. It feels like they've been hitting him almost every time he's released the football. He has sped up a little bit, and now the focus goes to the field.
Thought it was Bolton, just wanted to make sure we had the ID correct. Nick Bolton, who was shaken up earlier. This time will have to come off. So Jack Cochran will come on in his place for Kansas City.
But And Jack Cochran's a good player, don't mean anything by it, but Nick Bolton's the quarterback of that defense. And he's the one that so many times tonight, he hasn't blitzed, but his bluffs and his fakes are setting up free runners that are coming off the other edge. And you hope he's okay, because so much of what he does doesn't show up on the stat page, but he does draw attention to himself to set up his teammates.
The 46, Ray McLeod trying to get some blockers, getting the edge, and Ray McLeod stays in bounds at the 22-yard line. Got a hand up by his face. The Falcons bench erupts looking for that call. I don't see a flag. I do see a first down for Atlanta.
Great call here by Zach Robinson, and watch Bijan lead this way. Once he got this guy hooked on the edge out there, that was Jamari Connor. That was it. And for Ray McLeod, very close to taking that one the distance. He got his face mask, but I don't think he grabbed it and pulled it or anything like that.
The twist happened up by the shoulder pad opening. Cousins out quick to the edge. Mooney, great play from the safety position by Justin Reed, the 7-year man out of Stanford.
Boy, Justin Reed has really fit into this defense, hasn't he? We have seen Justin Reed now become a little bit more of that enforcer down around the line of scrimmage with what he does. And Brian Cook a little bit more at the free safety position, but you can tell the impact that Reed has when he gets down amongst those wide receivers on the line of scrimmage.
Chris, Jalen Watson out being looked at by the athletic training staff. Najee Johnson in a corner. It is Bijan Robinson on the edge. Taken to the sideline. Mark him out of bounds right on the 24-yard line here halfway through this final quarter.
Well, remember, it was Najee Johnson, number 13, who got confused in some way with Drew Tranquill, gave up the easy touchdown to start the game. So do you look out there and try and run some motions, some picks, some different things, see if you can steal another one?
Hits in motion. Reed got to jump on that pressure. It'll be 3rd and 3 if it's offside.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 20. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So it will be 3rd and 3.
Hey, you probably out of the corner of your eye saw Kyle Pitts take off downfield as well.
So what does this do for you for play calling? 3rd and 3, 5-point game, 6:38 left.
I think you've got to consider it 4-down territory for me here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Short of a negative play.
The 19, trying the inside handoff with Robinson. He's only going to get about a half-yard. Chris Jones and Drew Tranquill came up big. 4th down. We look at the sideline. Will Raheem Morris send on Younghoe Koo to make it a 2-point game?
Yeah, they already had the 2 plays called. I think they were expecting a little more than that. At least a hard count here no matter what.
They're going. It's Cousins. He's throwing. It's caught by London for the first down at the 11-yard line.
Who was it a week ago with the game on the line that they tried to go to and hit for the touchdown? It was Drake London. Same sort of thing. Last week he did that little jiggle move and broke out. This time broke in. Big time play, and that was well done by Zach Robinson and his team. Had the 2 plays called. They were going for it no matter what, and they banged it.
Get a first down at the 1. Pitch. Bijan Robinson patiently waits for the blocks. Gets right around the 5-yard line. Mark him officially just inside the 7 at the 6.
Really nice job there by Bijan Robinson. That little dip right before he took off for the edge is really what made that play. So here we go, man. This is big time football right here now.
Nick Bolton back in. Jalen Watson back in. Playing through the pain for the Chiefs.
Darnell Mooney at the top of your screen up there against Najee Johnson if they want it.
Cousins hands to Tyler Algier. Looking to power inside. Just shy of the 5. 5-yard line. Set up 3rd down here with 4:40 to go.
Here comes Chris Jones and George Karlaftis back in the game. They turned it into a pass rushing situation.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I'm thinking half of Atlanta is like, where's Bijan Robinson? And they grab him and throw him back in the game. He says on those long drives, it's great to have Algier come in, but if he's one of your best players, this is game winning time here. 3rd and 5. 6 for a touchdown. Pressure comes, picked up. Cousins end zone. No! Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. It's incomplete. What will the Falcons do here? You stay out, at least huddle them.
Well, you knew it was going to come. Here comes 6 of them right down the middle. Anything you know about Spagnuolo is that that was a lot of contact, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. By Brian Cook. Yeah.
Head's not around and didn't have a chance to make a play on the ball. Don't know about that one.
Play clock running down. 4th and 5. And they'll go for it. Pressure comes. Cousins lost it. And it's incomplete. Trying to get it again with Hook there in coverage. Drake London, the intended receiver. Atlanta eschews the opportunity to make it a 2-point game, and they get nothing. So down 5 with 4:04 to go.
It's Sunday Morning Football. In your face and live from London. Two sides take the field. Only one will emerge victorious. Watch live as Justin Jefferson leads the Vikings against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Set your alarms because this waits for no one. Rise, shine, football. Jets Vikings. Sunday, October 6th at 9:30 Eastern. Only on NFL Network.
You cannot go on a joyride with patience.
I do things a bit differently.
There's a method to my madness.
He's stubborn, unapologetic, allergic to authority.
You just listed my best qualities, so...
Brilliant Minds, tomorrow on NBC and Peacock.
Coming up, Chevrolet postgame. We'll listen with the stars of the game, and Chris and I look ahead to the Bills and Ravens coming up next Sunday night. Falcons have it at 37 after this pass interference call.
Yeah, and you're going to see right here, position had on the outside by Trent McDuffie. Ray McLeod runs into him. He held that position. That's not a foul. Shouldn't have been a foul.
Glenn has it 1st and 10. Chiefs bring the pressure. Cousins puts it up top. London can't get to it. Incomplete. Cousins knocked down as he was backpedaling. Trying to put enough air on it for Drake to go get it.
Whoa, that one had a chance to go the distance right there, and that will get the attention of Steve Spagnuolo. He got stacked in behind Najee Johnson, and that ball needs to be up in the air to where London, this big receiver, can go get it.
2nd and 10, Mooney in motion. Mooney's got it. He's got blocking out in front of him, but he can't get to it. He's pulled down by Watson, but they say it's a horse collar.
The hand was definitely inside the back of the shoulder pads.
Personal foul, fourth collar tackle, defense, number 35. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That is the 3rd first down by penalty on this drive. Earlier we showed you one against Shamari Connor. We showed the back end of the play. It happened at the line of scrimmage. That was a correct call. Second one questionable. That one pretty clear. First down at the 22.
All right, we know Steve Spagnuolo well. This is the point in time and the point on the field where anything goes. A lot of pressure coming here.
To Mooney, right on the edge. And the man we talked about a lot in this quarter, Najee Johnson, comes up with a big play.
Tell you what, that was spectacular by Najee Johnson to break right through the block on the outside and make that one. That's tremendous. And wrap up those legs. Perfect tackle. These big receivers have to make a play in the middle of the field. Kyle Pitts, Drake London. Give them a chance up high.
Final minute 10 of regulation. Cousins bumping, throwing inside. It's caught on the turn by London. A yard short of the first down. Timeout taken by Atlanta. Raheem Morris ran on the field in front of the official to get the clock stopped with 1 minute remaining.
This is why you have those big receivers, and they're starting to use them better. You get a big guy like that, just let him box out. Let him get rebound position. He's been rebounding his whole life. Just box him out, throw it right there, and then you shake a tackle, and beautifully done.
London is 6'4", and you're not kidding with the basketball stuff. Not just coming up in high school, also at USC during his time there, but he's 6'4", Pitts is 6'6".
Yeah, London, we've seen him in school dunking every kind of which way. I mean, that's what you've got. Kyle Pitts, you've got Drake London, you've got size mismatches down the field. Take advantage of it. Plus, you need to get the ball out of your hand quickly anyway. Big 3rd and 1 here first.
Kansas City's got their timeouts. They'll likely try to preserve some time to get the ball back if Atlanta picks up a first down. Here is the run with Algier inside, and he, second effort, is close to the line. Andy Reid calls a timeout. So too does Raheem Morris. Both coaches indicating to the officials on their side timeout. We'll see who gets it, but we'll also see the spot too. That's important. It is short, so it's 4th and a half a yard.
You know, the other part of this, Mike, is you've got a quarterback in Kirk Cousins who's coming off the Achilles, so the old tush-push and some of those things. Same thing with Mahomes. He got hurt on a sneak one time, so you at least get to eliminate one play.
I'm laughing as I'm watching the monitor and listening to you because Andy's credited with the timeout. He's pointing over to Raheem Morris like he called one too. Didn't you see that? Is charged to Kansas City, so as you saw, they're down to 2. But this is the play. It's 4th and inches here. Back to the spot here. Nowhere near that 12-yard line where they needed to get. Right around a half a yard is what they need. It's both Robinson and Algier in the backfield. Cousins. Robinson stopped in the backfield by Bolton. Injured earlier in this half, missed some snaps in the 4th. Bolton comes up with the big play.
Championship teams have championship players, and Nick Bolton's been doing this all night long. Sitting behind the line of scrimmage, deciphering what's going on, and when everything's on the line, getting across the line of scrimmage, shooting the gap, and beating the running back there. A fantastic game tonight by Nick Bolton.
And we'll close it out for Kansas City. All they need to do wrap this up with sitting on 2 timeouts here are the Falcons. 51 seconds. Mahomes needed to kill some time just to make sure he does. Now, as Atlanta takes that first timeout, 45 seconds, they'll be in great position. Just need to wind a few seconds down off that clock before taking a knee right away. So, Chris, the last 2 Atlanta drives, they turn it over on downs in the red zone and will come up short in all likelihood.
I mean, the tough part about it is this is a really good running team. With the injuries on that offensive line, it's a tough decision, right? Yeah. You've got tremendous backs, no doubt about it. And yet, because they know Cousins isn't going to sneak it, they're not having to crash in on the center position the way you would ordinarily do there. They try to go outside. The Chiefs were anticipating that. And Nick Bolton, as he always is, Johnny on the spot.
Steve Spagnuolo's defense comes up with the big play. What else is new? One timeout left, 45 seconds. Mahomes kills some time there. Took an awkward slide as he comes down. 41 seconds remaining as Atlanta uses its final timeout. Again, the Falcons without 2 offensive linemen.
Tell you what, Mahomes is shaking that left knee. That was a weird slide, and he is still shaking that knee.
Just got a trap there at that left foot. And then the twist. There he was as the folks came out with the Gatorade for the players. When out of timeouts, Kansas City goes to LA to play the Chargers. Mahomes will take the knee here. 40 seconds. Clock synced up, and that will do it. So perfectly managed using the time there to make sure that they didn't even have to punt it, and Kirk Cousins and the Falcons couldn't get a touchdown in that second half, and they will come up 5 points short. With the injuries to their offensive line, they have New Orleans coming in.
Great job. You're tough to deal with. You were tough to deal with.
And then they'll follow that with Tampa Bay on a short week on Thursday. So first of a 3-game homestand. A lot of respect there with those guys.
22-17 the final.
Mahomes and Kirk Cousins.
Chiefs.
And Kansas City remains undefeated.
It was a good game.
Champs win it by 5, 22-17, and your Chevrolet postgame's coming up right after these messages.